Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast That Wouldn't Die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool would give up a chance for a 30% discount.
Showtime, kid. Knock, knock.
An elite rescue squad.
You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
Is being led by the ultimate warrior.
We need the best. That's why you're here.
But now,
What's got Billy so spooked?
there's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man.
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast That Wouldn't Die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
What up, Uncle Buck?
What in God's green earth are you doing right now? I'm all set to do the show, and you're like organizing shit. What's happening?
I was writing down our next movie and moving my microphone over.
Well, that's an important step, ain't no question. This week, we're discussing the science fiction horror classic, Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. You got Jesse the Body Ventura up in there. You got Bill Duke, Carl Weathers. It's an all-star goddamn cast. So, there you have it. Good times.
And as usual, Carl Weathers dies. Whoa.
Spoiler alert. Good Lord. Carl Weathers, San Diego State alumni. So there you go. I want people to know. It's very important.
Very nice. Same time as you.
Then when I attended San Diego State in drama, they had pictures of like former, graduates, alumni. And the number one was Marion Ross from Happy Days, San Diego State.
Oh, yeah.
She, Mrs. Cunningham.
I was thinking Rosie Greer.
Not Rosie Greer, Marion Ross. And then
you were talking about football people.
God damn it.
I was like, Marion Ross. Oh, okay.
No, from fucking Happy Days. Then you had Carl Weathers. And then more recently, although this was still a long time ago, Kathy Najimy was also San Diego State from Hocus Pocus and many other things. So that's not a here nor there. Each week on the podcast,
we just had the guy who invented SpongeBob. That's all we had at the old Humboldt State.
The guy who invented the TV show. That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's something. Write that down.
He didn't graduate from there. He was a marine biology or something like that.
He took one class remotely, is what you're saying. The correspondence school is what you're saying.
I don't think there was remote classes at the time he was taking it.
Probably not. Each week on the podcast That Wouldn't Die, we discuss guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the horror and sci-fi genres with a comedic twist. Aaron, what's the latest with you?
I'm tired. I went to a concert last night where I almost fell asleep. And now I'm drinking this kava relaxation nonsense. Non-alcoholic social tonic. So I'm supposed to, the tonic is supposed to make me social. Thank you, Sprouts. I think
it's like
$5
snake oil or something.
Can.
Like somebody in the back of a wagon.
It's the latest snake oil. It is yuppie bath salts, I think.
I think you're right. 100%. Now tell us more about this concert. I already busted your chops about this. Give us the lowdown. Who did you see?
Todd Rundgren opening up for Heart Monday. I go to concerts, so I get 1,000 emails.
Heart's you didn't mention Heart. You mentioned only Todd Rundgren. I was like, you roll out of bed for Todd Rundgren? Heart's
Brother
good.
Bear, first of all, I posted 2 freaking videos that were Heart videos.
I didn't watch those. Sorry.
Alone.
Love
They
Heart.
sang Barracuda,
Magic
Alone, Magic Man, Dog and Butterfly. It
These
was
Dreams?
heartastic.
100%.
These
Love.
Dreams, it was all the greatest hits of the 70s and 80s.
And 80s, 100%. How are they looking? They looking good?
They're looking as old as our parents. Eddie Wilson is 77.
Okay.
Todd
Nancy?
Rundgren, 77. And Nancy, I think, is only like 72 or 74. But Nancy's rocking her guitar, wearing her leather leggings, and kicking up her heels. They did a strange amount of Led Zeppelin.
That's weird.
At least 3 Led Zeppelin songs.
Okay.
So they could just rock their guitars.
Oh, that makes sense. I always wonder, because, okay.
I would tell you, you forget how many Heart songs there were.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. You remember Heart, typically you got Ann singing the shit and Nancy playing the lead guitar. But there were songs where Nancy sang lead on it as well and played the guitar. So I wonder, what does Ann do in those moments? She just leave the stage? Does she take 5? What happens? I don't know.
She's not racing on and off. She's had some health issues, so she's not in a wheelchair, but she leans. They cut out. She walked out and she walked around a little bit. So sometimes she stood, sometimes she leaned.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
But her sister was running around the stage.
I believe
Crazy
it.
on Me. Her sister did that
Crazy
whole guitar intro.
Yeah.
Crazy on You. And normally, I am not a big guitar person. I am not. You have heard my tirade against Neil Schon from Journey, and I have the same complaint one time when I saw Blondie. I'm like, there's no fucking guitar solo in The Tide Is High. What am I listening to right now?
That is fair.
I was like,
that's a fair criticism.
I was like, bounce. I'm bouncing. Luckily, I was at a festival and go listen to something else. But there's certain guitarists I do like. Van Halen, no.
Ooh.
Queen, yes.
Okay.
Queen, yes. Heart, yes. I don't know. There's something so layered and textured and interesting. I don't know.
There is a guitar solo that I always think, it's not even a guitar solo, it's actually harmonizing guitars in that song, that Scorpion song, whose name just jumped out of my mind.
I like the Scorpions.
Not Rock You Like a Hurricane, it's the other one. Oh, shit.
They got about 4 songs.
They had about 4. Okay, we've gone over this many a time. I have to love 5 of your songs. And that's why I busted your chops when I thought you were like, I'm going to go see Todd Rundgren tonight in concert. I was like, are you high?
No.
Good.
I wouldn't go because that's it. It's like when I went to go see Love and Rockets. They have 4 songs that are really good. And we looked at the playlist because I was getting bored with the random songs that were not really good. Like some deep cut shit that only real freaky Bauhaus people want to listen to. And I'm like, Heather, when's Ball Confusion come on? She's like, not for 6 more songs. It's in the second encore. I was like, out!
No,
get out of here.
No can do.
I was actually there mostly to see the opening act anyway. So I was like, that's enough.
It's true. It's like, I mean, honestly, if it's an hour-long concert where their sets...
Winds of Change. Is that the song? Winds of Change?
That is a good song, though. It is, oh, shit. It's right. No, because there's no one like you.
I don't actually know all
I
the
can't
words.
wait for the nights with you. I imagine the things we do. It's good.
I just want to be loved by you. So Todd Rundgren, I mean,
Not the Scorpions.
My story was I was checking my email because I always get these SeatGeek and it says concerts near me. I was like, Heart in 3 days. What? It was rescheduled from the summer.
Right.
And I go, okay, I'm not gonna go look on fucking SeatGeek. Let's just go to the original site. And I started seeing all these tickets for $30.
Oh, you can't
I
beat
was
that.
like, it was very spontaneous. I was like, it's $30 and it's a mile and a half from my house.
Not bad.
So, but I was exhausted that day. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I'm glad Heart really brought it. Todd Rundgren, he has 3 songs I like, and he didn't fucking sing them until the end and made a melody. And I don't actually know all the words of the song.
No.
So he was trying to get, nobody was standing. Nobody knew who Todd Rundgren was. So he was trying to get everybody to sing along. And he's like feeding them the words. And I didn't hear nobody singing. Plus the place is half empty. It's a tragedy.
The only thing I think
Heart was the one. I saw little young girls, like high school age girls, dancing around to Heart during the encore
good.
Barracuda. It was great.
Now,
Heart's good.
when I think of Todd
My
Rundgren,
sister told me that they were shaky, and of course, Anne 77. She's not a mezzo soprano anymore.
right.
But they adjusted the music to her level. But it was still a spectacular show.
Beautiful. What I was going to say is, when it comes to Todd Rundgren, the biggest thing I know about him is that for most of her childhood, Liv Tyler thought he was her father. Basically. Correct.
That's his biggest claim to fame. That and producing some very famous records.
Yes. Well, but it's just funny. Evidently, Liv Tyler's mom was a crazy, dirty groupie who was just like, it could have been any rock star of the mid 70s at that stage of the game.
All right. I did a deep dive this morning.
Please.
She and Todd Rundgren were on a break. And she got together with Steven Tyler. And they got back together. And she's like, could be you. It could be Steven Tyler. And he's like, this baby's got to have a name. Steven Tyler was a drug-addled mess.
Of course.
Even in his youth. This is the 70s.
Well, it was up until she looked in the mirror.
And they didn't tell her till she was 11.
At 11, she looked in the mirror and said, I look a lot like Steven Tyler.
And she says Todd Rundgren was the best daddy ever. And even now.
Fair enough. I don't know what kind of father it is. So I will cut him some slack. It damn sure isn't.
Well, according to Wikipedia,
it's me. Hate that fucking song. Anyway.
What? He's got 3 good songs. Bang on a Drum. I'm not really fond of that. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day. I'm like, no, that's
familiar. Right. So what are the 3 hits? Since we're 20 minutes into the podcast and we haven't even sniffed Predator, what are the hits of Todd Rundgren?
All right.
Hello, It's Me.
The 3 hits of Todd Rundgren, you're gonna make me look it up, are Hello, It's Me.
Yep.
And there's one about us still being friends. Can we still be friends? That song?
No.
You're gonna look it the up, and there's another song just like that. Which he whirled into a medley.
I'm gonna go onto Spotify and listen to all these hits. Anyway,
I think you should. I added them to my playlist since I didn't get to hear him properly at his concert.
This is madness.
But you know, It was still better than when I went to see Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan was the biggest disappointment ever.
I don't care about
I'm
Bob
like,
Dylan.
I only knew a couple of his 60s songs. No, Bob Dylan is just a 2 to 3 hour jam. And I was like, I paid a lot of money for these tickets, and now I'm going to kill myself. I'm not sure why I didn't leave.
I don't love his hits. I know he's the voice of a generation, just not my generation. I just don't really give a damn.
Just not my
generation.
No
offense, Bob, if you're listening.
No, he had a couple songs in the 60s that were okay, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's no Todd Rundgren.
He's no Todd Rundgren. Aaron, give us your 30-second synopsis of Predator, which this is your virgin voyage right now. You've never seen this before. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. I've never seen that, so I'm sure however you rate this is based on some weird boy nostalgia from your
100%.
youth. And don't get me wrong, I always hated Arnold Schwarzenegger until I saw Total Recall. Then I was like, yeah, I get Schwarzenegger. But here
Okay. Hit me.
So it's about these fucking. This is all part of that fun post-Vietnam. We're gonna get the record right this time. Movies. So they've gone to rescue somebody, and whoops, it ain't looking good. Oh gosh, there are gorillas out there, and not gorillas in the mist, like the military gorillas. And God, they're mutilating our people. Oh, look, there is a Rastafarian insect that, I mean, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. I literally saw this TikTok video that's supposed to show, like, when schizophrenics, what they see when they're hallucinating, and it looks exactly like the Predator in disguise mode. Lotta. The dude tracks and kills everybody. Then Schwarzenegger tracks and kills him. The end?
The
Until
question
next
mark.
time.
They made multiple sequels to this movie.
But they're
May not
always
be-
different predators, according to my son. I watched this with my son. He's like, "You've never seen this? That's not possible." I'm like,
I agree. It was shocking.
do you even know me? Of course I haven't seen this terrible movie.
You've seen The Running Man. This is frickin'
I
Citizen
love
Kane
The Running Man.
compared to Running Man. Oh, you were
Dude, The Running Man's beautiful. The Running Man and Total Recall could be a perfect double feature date night.
but not this one.
It's Schwarzenegger at his best.
Well, I'll often say that compared to a lot of the kind of
Prove me right. Prove me wrong. Prove me
I'll
wrong.
prove
Let's
you-
fight.
I'll
Let's
prove you
fight.
right.
Those are two amazing movies.
compared to the other muscly kind of action guys of the time, Schwarzenegger is surprisingly charismatic, is what I will say. He is funny.
Of course he is.
You know, a lot of these other guys are,
Agreed.
you know, like Steven Seagal.
JCVD, not a knee slapper.
No.
Steven Seagal, he's a girl slapper.
He's
not
a
knee
girl. He's a
slapper.
100%. No, some of those dudes had like no. There was nothing there, right? Maybe they were good looking,
Mhm.
maybe. But like, I always have to talk about Seagal. Seagal is the best.
I think
because-
they're good looking to other men. They're like, men think if I was gay, that's probably who I want to be with. They're not like, do women think this is attractive? No, they're attractive to other men.
if I was gay, if I had to dabble, like at gunpoint, you know
If
what
I
I'm
had
saying?
to dabble, this is the direction I'm going with. I'm
I
I'm
spent
doubling down
hours
on the
and
masculinity.
hours thinking
with a
about
wink.
which men I would have sex with. Non-stop. I'm not gay or anything, but yes, I fantasize about gay sex. No,
I'm not gay, but I just think about Arnold Schwarzenegger when I'm being anally penetrated by my wife.
yes. What about the local bathhouse? That's what I think of. Sweet Jesus, this took a turn. What I was going to say about Steven Seagal is he's basically the opposite of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No one's thinking about Steven Seagal.
No one. Believe you me. Zero charisma.
Believe you me.
Zero charisma.
Zero.
And he's not even in shape. If you watch him, he's got like a big old gut hanging down, and it's upsetting.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's the worst.
He's no Walker Texas Ranger.
What's funny is as an adult, I've gone back with the help of Tubi and things. Because I mean, honestly, Chuck Norris was kind of a blind spot for me because he was always kind of third tier truly. So in the last couple of
Right.
years, I'm like, oh, I'll go back and watch,
But I mean, he did fight Bruce Lee with his hair sweater.
Well, he was a real like karate champion or some shit,
Yeah.
right? He was a real martial
Yeah.
artist. So I went back and watched some of these movies, Code of Silence or whatever these fucking things are. And he is the worst actor. He is as wooden as a goddamn dime store mannequin in all of his performances. Even the movies I kind of enjoy. We watch Silent Rage on this show where he's fighting some kind of unstoppable murderer.
You just sometimes if you like them, you got to lean into their awkwardness.
Because you talk about, well, he's a Costner. He wishes he was a Costner. Okay, this guy. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Oh, sweet Jesus. So, this movie, you could argue this was the movie after Terminator. Okay, Terminator is the one that made us go, oh, who's this guy? And then Conan the Barbarian about that time. We're like, who's this? I mean, he was famous
also,
before this.
I don't think I've ever seen that either.
He was famous because he was like Mr. Universe and Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was basically trying to follow the path of like Mickey Hargitay from like the 60s, where it's like kind of the sword and sandals guy. Right.
Right.
But he was always, he always had a lot of personality. They put him in movies like they did Pumping Iron about him trying to be Mr. Olympia. And people kind of saw like, oh.
I did see that. How about that?
He's got personality
in it too.
That's right. Lou Ferrigno, also zero charisma, zero personality.
Yeah.
So by comparison, Schwarzenegger is like fucking Don Rickles or somebody, where it's like he's a, got zingers and comedy and shit. So after those movies, those first
and he's
couple
a pothead. Fascinating.
This is all sorts of interesting stuff we're learning about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, but I think it's in Pumping Iron. I think.
Oh, maybe I saw it once years ago.
It's been a while. Yeah, I saw it once 1,000 years ago.
But he took like acting classes and shit. He was like trying to be an actor, right? And he knows he's not, Dustin Hoffman or Robert De Niro, right? He's not trying to be those guys. No. He's trying to be somebody that can deliver a line, right, in a convincing fashion and look good with his shirt off. That's what he's trying to bring to the table, essentially.
Correct.
This might be, Predator might be the one where it's now, he's not doing like low budge shit anymore. Right, he's not in Commando, which was kind of low budget. Some of these other ones. Now this is like top of the ladder.
I never saw that either. Is that a surprise?
Well, because like you said, Total Recall is really the movie that made people who say like normally I would say I hate Arnold Schwarzenegger, but then I see Total Recall and I realize, oh shit, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger actually. Now that you mention it, so there you go.
Do you want to hear my Total Recall story?
Lay it on me.
I was at a bar in Santa Cruz. Sheila E. was in the main room with Pete Escovedo, but we didn't have tickets. So we're just in the bar listening. And on the TV was Total Recall. I was there with my then husband and a couple of our friends. And I was mesmerized. When we got home, I had to go rent it to see what was going on, because I was like, "What is happening?" While Pete Escovedo is playing, and I was like, "This is the greatest movie ever."
It's true.
I'm like, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The thing about Total Recall, we actually have talked about Total Recall on this show. It is arguably the most violent movie he's ever done. It is like people's arms getting chopped off, and every time somebody's shot, it's just an explosion of blood. I mean, it's a goddamn bloodbath. If you haven't watched Total Recall lately, it is an explosion of blood, an orgy of blood, if you will. So, anywhere.
It was so good. Quite frankly, the most upsetting part is where they're pulling the glowing orb out of his nose. That's the most disturbing part, quite frankly.
That's true. Fair. So this is your first time seeing it. I've seen this movie 10,000 times. I couldn't begin to tell you. I believe the first time I saw it was because I was like in maybe middle school when this came out, and being at somebody's house. Like I didn't see it in the theaters, but being at somebody's house who had HBO or movie channel or whatever, and watching it and being goddamn mesmerized. Because this is like high production values, right? This is like the Alien,
Right.
pretty good to me. This is like 87 or something, right? When
Dude.
he looks
The
real.
costuming is it Jar Jar Binks? The costuming for Jar Jar is really tight. Yeah.
For Jar Jar.
I mean, it's not it's not Godzilla where he's wearing a paper sack or something.
No.
It's like a cool looking outfit.
It's fucking cool. Now, what's interesting is that originally, the Predator was going to be played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is true. Who was relatively
Jean-Claude
unknown.
doesn't want his face covered up. That's the reason, right?
100%. That's basically he was.
Boom.
Jean-Claude
Boom.
was an relatively unknown guy at this point. Like he'd been in like No Retreat, No Surrender, or some bullshit. So he was a relatively unknown guy trying to make it. So when they cast him, because he was kind of, he's lithe and athletic, they envisioned the Predator being kind of much more, agile. Okay. But of course,
I always thought his face looked similar to Schwarzenegger's. They have this kind of rectangular, kind of square-jawed face.
They actually do. They have their faces are kind of similar. I think Jean-Claude's is a little softer than Arnold's, but I can see like there's a bit of a similarity there. But
yeah.
So you have Jean-Claude who's like 5'8", right? Which means he's at least 5 inches shorter than basically all the guys, than all the soldiers, right? Jesse the Body was a wrestler.
Did you bring your son along to this mission?
Basically. So that's
he
number
could have
one.
been like little Arnie.
Yes. So that's number one. He's a little guy. Number two, he bitched and complained the whole time that they were showing his face. That's what he wanted. He's like, why can't you show my face? And they're like, you're supposed to be a fucking alien, jackass. You're not just supposed to be some dude in the woods. You're supposed to be terrifying. So they fired his ass.
Yeah.
They hired an actor who was over 7 feet tall. And they totally redesigned the alien thing on the fly. Like they called up Stan Winston and said, do your magic. What can you do? What can you create in a short amount of time? We're starting filming on Monday. And this is what they came up with. And I think it's dynamite.
Dude, that's impressive.
Dynamite.
Well, and he's tall and he's thin. Because you've got all that equipment.
Right.
So, I mean, Shaq ain't bringing that power. You couldn't have thrown that thing on Shaq.
You could not.
Like fallen
you
over.
could not. That would have been a whole different thing. Sweet Jesus.
We love Shaq Daddy, but he's not hopping through the forest tracking down these folks.
Shaq, not the greatest actor in the world either. It's a whole different thing. Anyway, Aaron, what do you got? We're 30 minutes in. What are your highlights?
Oh, literally, I love Carl Weathers.
Love it.
Whatever he does. Beautiful personality. Very sad he died in the Rocky movie.
Yep.
I couldn't figure out, this is just I literally have half a page of notes.
Please.
Because I didn't know what to say. Half the time, it looks like they're freezing. They're wearing heavy, padded puffer jackets, and yet they're in the jungle. So everybody's, until the end, people start taking their clothes off. They're wearing North Face jackets over their bulletproof vests, except for the gorilla girl, who of course is half naked.
She's
so
not
are they
half
in the jungle
naked.
or are they in the Arctic? Well, compared to them, she's sweating up a storm, and they're padded up like they're invading Norway in winter.
It is. They're invading Iceland. What's
that about, Doctor?
Like Schwarzenegger is wearing kind of combat gear when they invade the gorilla
They're wearing
base.
Puffer jackets under their stuff.
He's basically kind of early on. He's got like a tank top on. Then he attacks the gorilla base. And then you see him put on a jacket for like one scene and then take off the jacket immediately after. It's like, where the f*** does this jacket come from? Anyway, neither here nor there. I think we have to kind of set the scene here. Arnold Schwarzenegger leads a team of soldiers, and ostensibly they say, we're a rescue team. You know, if somebody is being held hostage, we're a rescue team. Because evidently early on, Carl Weathers, who is a buddy of Arnold's from way back, who now works for the CIA, of course, which means he's a bad guy. The reveal will be he's bad.
Always trouble.
100%. Carl Weathers goes to Arnold Schwarzenegger and says, hey, why did you skip on the Libya job? He's like, it's not my style. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, we're a rescue team. We're not butchers, or we're not murderers or assassins, or whatever the fuck he said. So that kind of establishes...
Unlike you, Carl Weathers.
You're bad. So that's the reveal later. Because they're an ambassador or a diplomat has been hijacked by this guerrilla force. Because here's the thing about this movie. It is like, what, an hour and a half in before they really start dealing with the Predator?
Oh my God, hours pass. First of all, the movie's about 4 hours long. The first 3 hours are people wandering in the jungle.
Correct. 100%. 100%. So, but it's that kind of like army porn is what it is. Where it's like the heroes get to the base and it's just dudes just shooting machine guns in every direction, throwing grenades at each other, just explosions. It's like, I thought you were
Girls
rescuing
with guns, chicks with dicks, whatever.
I don't remember that part, but point taken. It's like you're supposed to be rescuing hostages, but you're literally blowing up every building you come to. So I don't know what the plan is. Is it
Absolutely.
Just bring back the corpses? Is that good enough? I don't know. Unclear.
Well, it's less to carry. Hostages are dead weight. Just leave them.
That is true.
It's less to carry.
So, but again, this is just an excuse for why they're in the jungle. Essentially, this is just like the MacGuffin, if you will.
This whole movie is just an excuse to have Arnold Schwarzenegger shoot a lot of guns.
Yes, 100%. There's a scene where Jesse the Body Ventura has like basically a minigun, which they said was supposed to. It's normally attached to the outside of like a helicopter or some shit, but they modified it to make it so we could carry it around. But the thing is, number one,
through the jungle,
through the goddamn jungle. Yes, and it's heavy as shit.
With the branches and the banyan trees and the snakes dropping down.
Yes, it's heavy as shit. It fires so quickly that the fucking ammo is heavy as shit because you're going through it like you basically use all your ammo in 10 seconds, essentially. Ignoring the fact you have to have a power.
You throw the gun away after that?
You just toss it in the bushes. You have to have a power supply for this as well. So I don't know if you have a car battery that you're also hauling around for this goddamn thing. So it looked cool though. As long as you don't think about the reality of it all, it's very cool. So.
Just don't think about it. You're thinking about it too much, Kevin.
I particularly like, there's a scene. One member of their team is Billy, the Native American soldier, who can track anybody. Like he's tracking shit. I liked
his character.
He was a cool character, and maybe this is real, but that he's like the tracker. So he's like, okay, well, 12 men walked through here 6 weeks ago, but yesterday after it rained, 6 more people walked by, and they were wearing boots of a certain size, and blah, blah. It's like through the jungle. You're able to tell this shit through the god. Maybe they can. I don't know, but it seems a little far-fetched.
Is this whole thing racist?
Yes.
I mean, this is all very the West. So, when the hell does this movie come out? The 80s. They're still teaching the braves on the reservation how to track.
100%. That's how they do it.
Very racist.
It's very well. In spite of that, Arnold's team is like the United Colors of Benetton, because right, you have a couple African American guys,
True.
you have the Native American guy,
Yeah.
you've got a guy, I guess, who's Hispanic because he speaks Spanish to the gorilla that they capture along the way. Although
Yeah.
Carl Weathers is dropping some Spanish too, so he's
Dude, they're all just multilingual killing machines.
100%. Now, so anybody who, Aaron, you should know this, but I'm assuming everybody on Earth knows, the Predator comes to Earth in all the movies. The Predator comes to Earth because he's a hunter and he wants to hunt the deadliest game. Right? He's after man, but he'll only attack you if you have a weapon. This is established in this movie. If you have no weapon, then you're not.
He goes after Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end when he doesn't have a weapon anymore.
I think he was pot committed at that point, right? It was just like, well, shit. Now
He was like, except when he doesn't want to. Well, I think the deadliest weapon would be the monster from Alien. So let's just skip right over there. Because to me, this is like when you go deer hunting.
yes.
Sure, the deer can maul you. There's a chance that if you get
Unlikely.
too close, it's going to spear you and kick you with its little paws. But you got a gun. So
Fair.
I feel like this is that an equivalency here.
Well, and this is the movie that establishes, like, I guess sometimes the Predator skins you alive and hangs you from a tree. Sometimes
For
he
what
pulls.
reason? He's making a Slim Jim?
I mean, if when a hunter skins you, they want like the pelt or
Yes.
something. They want the leather. So I'm assuming he's making some.
I mean, it was hung up the way you would for, like, when people, like a deer. They're dressed like a deer. Or in the Ed Gein series, like a neighbor.
Like a neighbor. Well, the predator who does not, we don't see him like eat any of the people. He's not like hunting for food.
No.
He's hunting for
So
sport.
why are you what is it called, trussing them? Or I don't know. Why are they're literally hung, yeah, like you're gonna
right?
butcher them.
Well, and there's like piles of guts like flopped underneath the bodies. So it's like literally he's skinning
Right.
them and he's gutting them. But again, for seemingly, and
Right.
he just leaves them in the trees in the swamp, in the jungle, where I guess mosquitoes have at him. So he's planning not to eat these things, I guess. Who knows what they eat, frankly.
But I mean, usually you do that because you're draining all the blood and everything out of it. But he's just taking their skulls back, because it looked like Mortal Kombat at one point where he's reaching in and pulling out the spine.
Yes. Full spine and skull, which I appreciate that he literally just pulled like a fish, where he just pulls the whole thing out and then the skull just pops right out as well, right out of the head.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
As it does.
Of course, if you think,
I'm guessing the Predator's fairly strong.
very, very strong, very strong. He's kind of like reptilian,
I mean,
like claw hands. Go ahead.
I don't think that's possible. As someone who has cut up a chicken, I can't just pull the spine out. There's things attached to it.
Yeah, fair.
The ribs and everything. There are things attached. It doesn't go popping out like a grape. Like you're plucking a grape off the vine.
No, you would think not. You would think not. And also, there's a scene where one of the dudes, like, because the Predator has like a laser gun on his shoulder, and he he shoots the dude in the fucking head, and then later you see that skull with a big hole in it. It's just like, if you're trying to collect these as trophies, maybe don't shoot them right in the skull, right? I don't know. Unclear.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
After they raid the village, Carl Weathers is like, we've got all the information, I guess, because now it's revealed it was not a hostage thing. It was literally, we came here to kill all these people so that I could get, like, I don't know, intel or some shit. He's got a bunch of papers. He's looking at, oh yeah, this is perfect. This is all we were looking for. Thank goodness. And then he brings like a woman who I guess was a revolutionary, one of the guerrillas, with them.
Yeah.
By the end of the movie, she's now like part of the team, essentially. And the chopper is coming to pick them up. And Arnold's like, "Get to the chopper!" Says that to the girl, who, again, if she went to the chopper, she would be shot to death. Because as far as they know, she's just an insurgent and the only surviving member.
Shot or taken to get Mo and tortured.
Absolutely.
Because they want intel. Yeah, hopefully she didn't quite. Oh, she did get in the chopper. Now I'm thinking back to the end of the movie. Well, then she's dumb. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
You don't throw a fit. The thing about this movie is the Predator has kind of a cloaking device on him that kind of turns him kind of invisible, which also seems to make
it's like the TikTok that shows you what schizophrenic people see when they're hallucinating.
That's
exactly
right.
It looks just like that.
But the thing about this movie is there are scenes where all the soldiers are shooting at the Predator, and he only gets hit once. Very early, like he's not bulletproof. We establish, like, Arnold kills him by dropping a log on him. So I mean, bullets can hurt him, and yet they never seem to. Unclear what the situation is there.
Well, he gets a nick. So what's the point of all that armor? Is it because if our air is toxic or something? What's the point if our regular old bullets can penetrate your armor? What's the point of slogging around and all that shit?
Well, and the thing about it is so he has, when he's wearing the helmet, the Predator has kind of like infrared vision, but you think just regular sight would be more helpful during the day. Right? Because there's oftentimes
vision. Maybe he has like fly eyes. What if he has fly eyes and he sees a 10,000? So maybe it's better for him. We don't know what his real vision is.
He does have fly eyes, 100%. But later, he's like going to go mano a mano with Schwarzenegger, and he pulls off his helmet, and you see his crazy like crab face, whatever he is. And you're right, he does seem to have dreadlocks for unclear what reason why he would have dreadlocks. If they're hair or if they're something else, it's weird. It's a weird choice.
I wanted him to stand up like a hedgehog.
Yes, like Sonic, 100%. But
you know what? Maybe in the next one, Predator versus Sonic, Predator versus Tails.
Okay, we have to talk about this. So you have Predator, is this one. You have Predator 2, which came out like 4 or 5 years later, starring Danny Glover as the main protagonist. Okay. Then there's a break of many years. Many years of a break. Then in the early 2000s, there were the 2 Alien versus Predator movies, which are horrendous. And what's funny is they're not canon for either franchise. They're basically like saying, F these. These movies suck. Around 2010.
Is it wrong that it makes me angry when people talk about canon, about nonsense stuff?
It should make you mad, frankly. It should enrage you. Around 2010, they made the movie Predators, plural, starring our friend Adrian Brody.
About Harvey Weinstein?
Yes.
Oh.
That's right. 100%. So Predators came out. Then a few years ago, The Predator.
Wait a minute. So Adrian Brody is wandering around the jungle fighting squid people?
Well, they're crab people with dreadlocks.
Did they pay him? Or is it like Jalo?
I think it was about that same time. Frankly.
This wasn't even worth your ticket to Italy. Screw this.
Hey, Predators. Predators has Adrian Brody. It has Lawrence Fishburne. It has Topher Grace. It has Danny Trejo. How about that? Good stuff.
I like
Mahershala Ali from Green Book is in it. Anyway, neither here nor there.
And then I saw Green Book, but I know about it because we watched that Lovecraft Country.
I always tell people I liked Green Book.
Yes.
That's all I can say. People are like, well, it's that same kind of bullshit, but I'm like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's fine. Anyway,
All right.
that's neither here nor there.
I know, speaking of things green, I also never saw the Green Mile.
Did you read the Green Mile though? Since we're just talking about green shit now.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what we're talking about. Things that it ain't easy being green.
It ain't easy.
No, that was
being
after
green.
I'd stopped reading Stephen King after
By
the great
decades, is my
debacle by
understanding.
high school. Yeah, decades. 5 years ago, I picked it up again and read Dr. Sleep.
A few years ago, the movie Prey came out, Prey on Hulu, which took place.
Prey was that the what's his name? Who does all
MC
the
Hammer.
African American
You got
movies?
to pray just to make it today.
You
that the way-
gotta pray. I hope that was the song.
You got to
You
pray
got to
just
pray.
to make
Just
it
to make it today.
100%. And that took place like in the 1600s, and the main character was a Native American. Yes, it was a period piece. It was actually kind of cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was hoping it was going to be Army of Darkness. Where the knights fall in there with the Necronomicon going after the Predator. Dude, that's writing itself. Let's go.
This a few weeks ago, Predator Badlands came out, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. So there you go. Where the main character, the protagonist, is now a predator. So I thought it was fun. So check that out. Good stuff out. Anything else you want to say about Predator?
That's right. It's from the Predator's viewpoint.
Correct.
And does the ghost of Carl Weather come and make a bummer of his day?
Yes. The ghost of Carl Weathers. It's like Star Wars. Force ghost of Carl Weathers. Anything else about Predator you want to talk about, Aaron? We're an hour and a half in.
I literally, yes, I have a couple of fun quotes.
Please.
Dug in like an Alabama tick.
Yes.
I'm going to try to use that tomorrow.
That's Jesse the Body.
Makes Cambodia look like Kansas.
That's also, these are all Jesse the Body. Famed professional
That's why
wrestler.
he was governor. We have 2 governors in this movie.
2 governors, and the title of Jesse the Body's memoir was I Ain't Got Time to Bleed, which is also from this movie.
I got
So there you
time
go.
to lead.
I do have time to lead, however. No, Jesse the Body was a professional wrestler with WWE, right? For years, and then he became like a commentator.
Oh, familiar.
But in Vietnam, he was a Navy frogman in real life. So he has
I guess he was a little trimmer back then.
He is very... Anyway. He was in this, and then
He's
he did
bulky.
The Running Man.
That's all I'm saying. I can't imagine him in a wetsuit.
Oh, I have to tell you.
That was in his youth.
100%. There is a funny anecdote that when they were being fitted for costumes, the costumer said, "Oh, Jesse the Body Ventura, your arms are actually bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger's." And Jesse's like, "Ooh, okay." So he made a bet with Schwarzenegger that his arms were bigger. So they went and measured them. Schwarzenegger's were bigger. And he found out that Schwarzenegger told the costumer to say that to Jesse so that they could just to f with him. And then, like, they made a bet about it.
Because Arnold's a prankster.
He is a prankster.
He's a prankster. Like that joke he played on Maria where he impregnated the maid. Surprise!
100%. 100%. Shall we go behind the scenes?
Why not? Oh,
Why?
I just have one thing. Does the Predator have asthma? At the end of the movie, I'm like, can't you just listen to the wheezing and track him down that way?
Well, there's a lot of like clicking and clacking and all sorts of shit. So you figure you can hear him all the time.
Clickety-clack. Don't talk back.
Several people were approached to direct this film, including Ridley Scott, James Cameron, Brian De Palma, Richard Donner, John Milius, John Carpenter, Rennie Harlan, and they all passed. saying that they did not want to make a
Rennie
monster movie in the
Harlan.
jungle. So, fair enough.
Aye. Rennie Harlan, that's a name you don't hear very often.
He wishes that they'd call him to direct Predator these days, I'll tell you what. Dutch's line,
Fact.
"Get to the chopper," is Arnold Schwarzenegger's personal favorite catchphrase of all the films that he appeared in. Get to the chopper!
Chopper.
The Predator's blood, a goopy substance with the color of Mountain Dew, was made on set using the mixture of liquid from inside glue sticks and KY jelly. Boom.
Dude, it's totally glue sticks. I was
Yeah.
looking at that the whole time. It looks
Not
totally
glue
like
sticks,
glue
glow
sticks.
sticks. Glow sticks.
Glow sticks. That's what
Yeah.
I meant.
Um,
Because I used to crack them open myself.
just for fun.
Just
The
for fun to
Predators.
smear it on yourself. Like,
That doesn't seem
"Ee,
healthy."
I'm glowing in the dark.
That's bad.
It's probably not. Also, I used to take the inside of the Etch-a-Sketch like silvery eyeshadow. Yeah, that's very unhealthy.
When you'd like suck the juice out of Stretch Armstrong as well, if I remember correctly. Is that correct?
I swear to you, it was like corn syrup. It was green corn syrup. We're like, why did they make this so sweet? So I think I swear to you, I'm gonna have to Google this. The inside of Stretch Armstrong was corn syrup. Keep talking.
It's probably
I'm Googling
asbestos, for all you know. The Predator costume weighed over 200 pounds. And even though the 7'2" Kevin Peter Hall was a large and powerful man, he had to be connected to a rig to enable him to move believably because it was so heavy.
Good Lord.
The original plot had Schwarzenegger
Yes.
pitted against. Go ahead.
AI says the original Stretch Armstrong was filled with a special gel-like corn syrup. I know that because I ate part of that Stretch Armstrong.
Sweet Jesus.
Boom.
The original plot had Schwarzenegger pitted against the Predator alone, and Schwarzenegger thought this was a bad idea, and the script was rewritten to include a team of crack commandos, which I think was a smart move.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
The studio's insurance company would not agree to insure the production unless a bodyguard was assigned for Sonny Landham, who played Billy, because he was so cantankerous. This bodyguard was not there to protect him, but to protect everyone else around him.
Which one was that guy?
The tracker, the Native American dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's crazy. The actor was crazy. So, good stuff.
He was my favorite. He was like going for it. I love when he was like, he's just gonna a mano the Predator.
He was. Schwarzenegger lost over 25 pounds before filming began, in order to better fit the role of a special warfare operative, as opposed to just being a
Right.
bodybuilder, I guess. So.
Well, that's why his jaw is so pointy and everything. He was stripping it down to nothing.
Yes, he was stripping it down to nothing. Let's look at the cast and crew, shall we? Predator was directed by John McTiernan, who is famously responsible for directing such films as Die Hard. He directed the 2002 remake of Rollerball. He directed Last Action Hero and, of course, Predator in 1987. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Let's talk about the cast here. Arnold Schwarzenegger played Dutch. You know him from such things as Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Sixth Day, which I think we should do on the show. That's fun. The Terminator and Last Action Hero, among others. Let's
All
see.
right.
Carl Weathers played Dylan. You know him from such things. Rest in peace. He died last year, I'm sad to say. He was in Rocky in 1976, Predator 1987, Happy Gilmore as Chubbs in 1996, Rocky 3 1982.
I do like Happy Gilmore.
Love Happy Gilmore. Love him. Normally, I'm not a huge Adam Sandler guy, but that was the one that kind of turned me around.
Agreed.
It was like my Total Recall, in a way, if you think about it.
Except Arnold went
Yes.
on to have other good movies. He only has Happy Gilmore and
Yes.
Uncut Gems.
Bill Duke
The rest is
played.
trash. Throw it in the
Bill
trash.
Duke played Mac. You know him from Predator, Commando. He was in X-Men: Last Stand and Exit Wounds. Start with with oh my god,
With DMX.
with DMX and
With DMX.
Who else?
I don't know. I never saw it.
Exit Wounds was with Steven Seagal.
Other people.
Yeah, well, they wish other people.
I have the soundtrack on CD somewhere.
Let's see. Jesse Ventura played Blaine. You know him from such things as Predator in 1987, Running Man 1987, Batman and Robin playing an Arkham Asylum guard in 1997, and Demolition Man in 1993 playing a Cryocon. Like, he had a brief window where he was actually playing like named characters, and then later he's like third security guard. Very sad. Let's see. Sonny Landham played Billy, the Native American tracker, who actually also ran for governor of Tennessee. He did not get elected, though, I'm sad to say.
Good heavens. Can you imagine if it was all made entirely? Where's Gopher? You could have like nothing but actors who became governors or senators.
Gopher and Radar. How about that?
Yes. Radar too. Wow.
Yeah. Sonny Landham was in Predator 1987, Lock Up in 1989, 48 Hours in 1982, and he was in The Warriors in 1979. So,
Warrior. I made a Warriors reference today and nobody knew because everyone in my office is 30. I'm like, it's like the Warriors out here. And everybody's like, oh, okay.
Shane Black played Hawkins, who was the nerdy commando for some reason. Famously, he's not really an actor. What he is a screenwriter. Famously wrote
Okay.
The Nice Guys, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3, Lethal Weapon.
No. No.
He wrote lots of things. Long Kiss Goodnight, Last Boy Scout, all sorts of like movies I love. That's what he's written. So good stuff.
Fanboy away.
Absolutely. Why don't we look at the rating, shall we? Rotten Tomatoes.
Let's go for it.
Rotten Tomatoes says Predator currently has 64% fresh, barely. Do you know what the audience gave it?
It's like that apple that's rotten on half, but you could probably cut that half off and still eat the other part without, going to the hospital.
Okay, fair enough. What did the audience give it?
The audience gave it 72.
72, you say? Well, 87.
Yes.
87.
Oh, shit. The audience was a bunch of drunken frat boys from San Diego State.
They like things too. What? Let's look at the top.
Can't they have nice things?
I guess not. Let's look at the top critics. Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian says, "If it bleeds, we can kill it." I'm not sure what that means. It's just a quote from the movie. 4 out of 5, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Thanks for that.
That's how he gets the big bucks.
That's right. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times says, it's a slick, high-energy action picture that takes a lot of its strength from its steamy locations in Mexico. 3 out of 4. Okay.
I was wondering where they filmed it. In the
Let's
Yucatan?
Maybe. Let's talk to our resident in-house movie critic, AI Rex Reed, and see what he has to say about this.
Let's go, Rexy.
Predator is a macho... so let me start over. Predator is macho mayhem at its sweatiest, where Arnold flexes, quips, and mud wrestles an invisible dreadlock space tourist in what feels like the world's angriest jungle gym. Okay. Not his best
You've
work.
had better tries, Sexy Rexy.
It is what it
It's
is.
a swing and a miss.
Aaron, what is your rating for Predator?
Well, I'm a little bit, I'm going to get some flack for this, but it's not my genre. I don't like anything war-y, and even if there's an alien in it, unless it's an off-world war. Like,
Yeah.
it's too contemporary. And really, guns and explosion movies are not my jam. But, I mean, it's not... Is it the worst thing? Well, maybe just the first 3 quarters before the alien arrives. It's not the worst. There's some funny quotes. It's kind of like, oh my God, what's that movie with all the old action heroes? The Expendables, but just
Okay.
not as good. So I'm going to give it a pity 3.5 out of 5 because I know people will like it. This is not my personal opinion. I'm just bringing this to people.
No,
because
what
I
is
know
your...
this is what
people want
wanna
your
hear.
opinion, Aaron. Don't say what other people want. 'cause
I will
that's what I'm
never
doing.
watch this movie again.
Okay.
I'm going to give
So-
it a 2.
A 2! Sweet Jim.
A
I
2
changed
out
my
of 5.
mind. Go
I'll
back
never-
to a
I'll
3.5.
I'll never... I will never watch this movie again in my life.
Sweet Jesus.
Unless I'm compelled by Kevin. We're
To
doing a
make you watch it.
9-hour Predator retrospective. That's, whatever it is. It already sounds terrible to me.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
So, Kevin, what is it? Is it a 2? My honest to God opinion, it's not that it's bad. It's I don't care. And it's a little boring at front.
Well, so and this is legit, where sometimes you say, it's not my bag. It's not my bag. It's not for me.
Right.
It's for somebody else. And that happens, and that's
It's not
legitimate.
for me. Well, I'm in I would say I'm in the 3, really, because reflecting on my 2s, those are usually movies that I'm never going to watch again, and they're bad.
Right.
So now you've got me reconsidering.
Oh, sweet Jesus. It's a 3rd rating of the episode.
The 3rd rating, now that you're... All right, I'm just going to give it a 3, the standard 3. We should have a list of... This is what you have to do. You got to get AI to go through all of our ratings so we can have a spreadsheet and see what movies fall into the 3. Because I feel like 95% of our movies are a 3.
I agree. I think that's absolutely the case. Well, it's that thing where it's mediocrity is what we're talking about, where it's not good enough to give a 4.
That's what we're talking about.
But it's not total shit.
And not shitty enough.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But because I have given better ratings to movies I'm also not going to see ever again. The movie we just reviewed,
Bring Her Back.
Bring Her Back. I'm never going to fucking see that movie again.
No.
But it was really good.
I will say this about Predator. I've said it. I've seen it 1,000 times, and my feeling generally is that it's beyond reproach. But I have to admit, this I have to admit, this viewing, when it's Arnold kind of just alone and shirtless, kind of going through the jungle, building shit out of bamboo and stuff, I started to look at my phone a little.
Dude, that's the part I liked. That's the part I liked.
It started to lose me a little.
That I thought was interesting.
But
so funny.
honestly, that's like the last 10 minutes of the movie is what you realize when he's like doing traps in the woods to get the do it. When he's doing that shit. There's a lot of good Arnold in this, if I'm being honest.
That's the best part. So you like the part where they're just wandering around.
I like the army porn. I like it where it's just people running around just shooting anything that moves and launching grenades. It's like, what?
Dude, now I know what to get you for your next birthday. Remember the movie Jackie Brown?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, remember the movie they're watching? It was just girls shooting machine guns. that was on their TV the whole time. I'm going to track that down.
Please do.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you in advance. I think I'm still going to give it a 4, but I could definitely see it kind of dripping back into.
God,
yeah,
a 4.
I think I'm still going to give it a 4.
Oh my! So like the same as The Shining? Is that what you just said?
Better than The Shining. I think if we put them up next to each other. No, of course not.
I think I just had my aneurysm just popped right there.
Of course not. No, it is true. It's like the funnest part of this movie is Arnold's quips, his one-liners. You could argue it's not as fun as some of his other movies. Like it's a little too serious, in spite of the stick around and all that shit.
Yeah.
But
he hadn't quite found his genre yet, but he was well on his way. Arnold is a Costner. The difference is you like Arnold. Arnold is Arnold.
You can play yourself as long as you do it convincingly, and he does. Not everybody's got to be Meryl Streep. That's all I'm saying.
You pick the right projects.
Yes.
Unlike
100%.
Kevin Costner, don't try to have a British accent sometimes and then forget you're British like 2 minutes later.
Well, don't do Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, where everybody has a British accent but you. That's weird.
But you.
That's a weird choice. 100%.
Because even for the millions of dollars, you couldn't figure out how to get a coach to help you with some kind of an accent.
Makes no goddamn sense. Anywho, Aaron, any last thoughts of the Predator, or just Predator, I should say, not The Predator?
Oh my God, because there's another movie called The Predator?
There is.
Or is that just Harvey Weinstein?
Maybe it is.
Pum.
Anything else?
No, I have no other comments.
Okay.
Only that I think I was safe not watching it all day. I don't think I missed anything.
Okay, fair enough. So, thank you.
It's not like Succession. Like, I finally got on that bandwagon. I was like, oh my God, you were right. That was fucking amazing. That was not my experience with Predator.
Well, it is what it is. There's no accounting for taste. So, thank you very much. We are all across the social media landscape. We're on Threads, Blue Sky. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. You can email us, the podcast that wouldn't die, at Gmail. We're on YouTube. You can be watching us, our beautiful faces right now. For all we know, who could say? You can also listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So don't forget to like, share, rate, and review. Won't you please?
Won't you please? Oh, and by the way, did I already tell you this? I listened to the podcast where I was talking about our parents, the one our parents listened to, and I got worried. It was nothing. I held my tongue. God bless America.
I don't know what you thought you might have said that would have been so wildly offensive.
I say I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of
Fair.
shit all
Fair.
the time.
Aaron, what is your
So who
social
knows what flew out to who?
What's your social media situation, Aaron? For God's sakes.
My situation is I still have art on Artsy and First Dibs, Polaroid art. I am on the gram. Look me up. I'm the Cult of Aaron. Join the cult.
Boom shakalaka. We like to share our friends and family's thoughts and feelings about the movies we've discussed. Aaron, what are the streets saying? What are the streets saying, Aaron?
Smiley McMurts wrote to us wanting to know why Kevin would ever make Aaron watch Predator. And that's a question for the ages.
That's a question for... Well, I appreciate that, the fact that he already knew I was making you do it. So, Smiley Mertz, or whatever the hell your name is.
He sensed there was a disturbance in the force.
Perhaps so. Perhaps so. Next week, we're discussing the horror classic. It's called Blood Creek. By the way, there's a movie that I keep seeing ads for. I don't know if it's on Netflix. It's called Bone Lake. I don't know what that's about, but that might be something to check. I don't know if that's
the Bone Daddy.
It's the Bone
Daddy.
Bone
Tomahawk, Bone Daddy, Bone Lake.
The Bone Collector. She can collect like my bone. Anyway, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that shit. We're doing Blood Creek, starring Henry Cavill and Michael Fassbender and others. I was talking to Aaron about this earlier, that I watched part of it when it was free on Fandango with ads, and then a day later, no longer free with ads. So if you want to watch it, it's on Fubo, one of the Foos. Allegedly, it's on
You have to
Fossum.
pay for that now.
Yeah, those bastards. Allegedly, it's on Fossum, but I didn't see
Is that
it.
like possum, but with an F?
Remember, it was Favesome, but it's not Favesome.
Favesome.
But it's not called Favesome. It's called Fossum. It's awesome. It. Anyway.
That sounds like awesome possum.
Awesome possum. Anyway, I just bought it for $4.99 on Amazon Prime, and now I own it in HD. So hopefully it's not a total piece of shit, because I've never seen it before.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, because it's important that it's going to be an HD. Maybe I need to go out and get one of those Black Friday deal special Ultra 4000 HD curved monitors so I can watch Blood Creek.
Yes. Well, okay. It says Blood Creek is about a man and his brother on a mission of revenge become trapped in a harrowing occult experiment dating back to the Third Reich, which seemed kind of cool to me. So we'll see.
Nazis and the occult, you say?
Shocking.
So it's like Indiana Jones, is that right?
That's
Should
exactly
I expect
what I'm going
that?
for. 100%. So check that out. Send in any favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, and questions, and we may talk about it on the show. So,
you bet I will.
Thank you very much, and be well.
Be well, friends.